It's 23 minutes after 9. The clinic is open, talking about relationship clinic, irritating habits in marriage. In studio today, back by popular demand, this is psychologist Ken Peter Munywa. It's good to have you back, my friend.
It's good to be back.
Now, my ribs are ready today. Last week you cracked my ribs, my friend, and I was just thinking, wow, where did he come from? Where did he come from? There must be a lot of laughter in your house.
Yeah, I'm a happy person.
You're a happy person. That's
Yes,
good.
yes,
That's good.
yes.
It's good to be happy and enjoy
You know
life.
what people don't understand is happiness is in it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come from outside.
Yeah.
It must be processed inside.
Yes.
Irrespective of whom you live with.
Mm-hmm.
And it is contagious.
Wow.
If you are happy,
Yes.
your partner has no option than to be happy.
Awesome. Aya. Miss is able to me SMS. Is she listening?
She's listening.
Send us an SMS and tell us how happy you are.
And by the way, Pasi,
Yes.
there's something you've mentioned to that lady who sent an SMS saying she's 95% happy and only 5 is missing. Please
Yes.
don't concentrate on the 5. You've ever heard there was a B plus, B minus, B stand? Ever heard of an A plus?
Do you hear?
An A is an A.
Yes.
And it starts from 80. So if you're happy, you're happy. It doesn't matter at what percentile you're happy.
So her marriage is an
on
A
the
marriage.
Guy, do you know how many people are looking towards having such? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
She ought to be very happy and thank God, because not many people are experiencing happiness in marriages. Yeah, unfortunate.
That's good. That's good. So last week we sparked off a conversation talking about irritating habits in marriage.
Yes.
And I must say, I had one perspective in mind, but I loved the perspective you brought in.
Okay.
Because the perspective I had was more of petty issues. You know, anachaga socks kwa meza. You know those kind of issues.
Yeah.
You know, he eats with his mouth open. But you brought in such a different angle and such deep issues, and I thought to myself, by the way, it's true. Those are the irritating habits that sometimes we don't even like to discuss, and they break our relationships.
Yes. You know these minute issues.
Yes.
Anafinyia Colgate wapi? Katikati na unapenda mwisho.
Yes.
Sijui tissue, you love it rolled this side.
Yes.
She loves it this side. Those are petty issues. And the pettiness, those petty, must always be there in marriage so that people can learn how to communicate to each other.
Ooh.
Just like the way your fingers are not the same, but they're in one hand.
Yeah.
Even in marriage, we will never have commonality. There is always a place where there is what I love, what she loves, but it's because of our diversity that we are united.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. There's one thing you didn't
Yes,
mention
there is one
last
thing you
week.
didn't say.
Yeah, maybe we can start from there and then start giving solutions.
Yes, forgetting the little things.
Oh.
The easiest way to remember your wife's birthday, do you know it's what?
You want to go there?
Yeah? Any man will tell you the reason why he remembers the wife's birthday is because he forgot once.
So
And ile makelele ilikuwa kwa hiyo nyumba. He has no option than to write it, not in a notebook, but in his heart.
the birthday and the anniversary.
Kwanza anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Anniversary. Sijui we met in January 10th.
See, you're wearing this color. Yeah. Yes.
And it's the little things in life that really matter. You see, there is what we call the Pareto principle.
Yeah.
That 80% of what you focus on has a 20% impact on your life. But 20% of what you focus on could have an 80% impact on your life. So this 20% is the little thing that really matters. Women are known to remember things. Yeah. Men, because we were created and started living with animals, not with people, the only thing we were doing in this planet, in the Garden of Eden, was to name.
This Wadog.
Aki some names, Adam. Where were you getting them?
Yes.
Ati you see a fish jumping and you say it came from there till up here. It's called a tilapia. Yeah. But women know specifics.
Yeah. Very true.
They need to know the details, and the devil is always in the detail. Even when you're working, like where you are now, don't be given a proposal by anyone and you just read the header and the end.
Yeah.
The devil is in the detail, and that's where women concentrate on. But also there are some women who love being pampered, but they do not know how to reciprocate. Men never forget. And that's what women don't know. A man will always know that last year, Mother's Day, by the way, Mother's Day, is it for the mother of your children or your mother?
It is for any mother.
Oh,
it is your mother. It is for the mother of your children. It is for your sister who's a mother. It is for every mother.
Oh, I thought it is only for my mother. Yeah.
No wonder SMS yako imekawia kabla ijaingia hii happiness.
Oh, hajakuja. Oh, most probably hatatuma hapo.
Ana airtime.
Atatuma hapa. So ni mimi nitaisoma tafadhali.
Sawa.
Men also, and women need to understand this, men also need to be pampered.
It's true. And I love what you're sharing because there has been quite a debate. Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Yes.
Mother's Day, man, pomp and color. Father's Day comes and goes like a thief in the night.
And it's just a wish.
Inakuwaga, last week ilikuwa Father's Day.
Daddy, belated happy Father's Day. And you know, men who start now learning that this is not reciprocated. And you know the rule of reciprocity. Do unto others what you do wish them to do unto you.
Very true.
So if you treat my birthday as if it is a by the way, I will treat yours as if it was a by the long way. I won't go out of my way. A cake is a thought, but it goes beyond a cake. There is something more that can be done during that time. You can't even imagine that a wedding anniversary doesn't belong to the lady. This man, most men never get to enjoy their wedding days. Why? Stress. Kai, kuna mtu attend, tulikuwa tumulipe.
Yes.
Everything, the logistics in the mind. You go to honeymoon, it's all about the lady. What about the man? And ladies need to understand, the reason why most men avoid remembering this is because they know you will not remember the years.
Ooh.
A financial year in any family ought to start with the date of the father's birthday, the financial year. You know, the financial year of the government starts 1st July.
Yes.
And ends 30th June. If you ask yourself how they came up with that, nobody knows.
Yes.
It's only that they borrowed. A financial year in any family ought to start with the husband's birthday.
Why?
Because he's the leader of that home. And how you treat the leader during the beginning of the year is how he will treat you towards the end of the year.
Oh, okay. That's a new one.
Most women do not understand, but men look forward to their birthdays to celebrate. If the lady has no intention to celebrate, you remember the boys. That's how they come in handy. Because the boys, you don't need to tell them anything. You just need to tell, oh, by the way, guys, Saturday is my birthday. Nyama choma nayo. The boys are ready. They'll go with you.
Yes.
But even the children ought to be taught. You see how you treat your parent. You need to show your child when they are still young how to treat you by how you treat your parents when they are alive.
I love that.
So the little things, they really matter in a marriage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can we go now to the solutions?
Let's go to the solutions, my friend.
We said one of the most irritating things in marriages is addictions.
Yeah.
And we talked about addictions, and luckily there are people who send me messages, even on Facebook Live. And there's one addiction we never mentioned.
Oh, really?
That is really affecting families. Pornographic addiction.
Ooh.
Christians don't like talking about this. Even religious people like Pasi doesn't talk about this.
Me nachafua kama.
Unachafua. I keep telling my friends pastors, you don't preach sex, but you always announce baptisms. Where are children who are going to be baptized coming from? It is because of that act. But we now have people who are addicted. They started with a picture. Research tells us that 80% of people who own a smartphone have a pornographic material in their phone.
Ooh, 80.
80.
Wow. And the thing is this, Ken, one of the things I've realized, especially with this generation today, nakedness is not a big deal.
Imagine.
I mean, the number of people, even people who use it as a way of getting famous and getting popular, is unbelievable. People who will just post their pictures for all to see, videos for all to see, and it's not a big deal. And I think we've become so accustomed to it.
Perverted.
Yes, it doesn't shock us anymore.
But you see, what is nakedness? it depends with how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
And when Paul tells us that our bodies are the temples of the Holy Spirit,
Yes.
is the Holy Spirit happy where you are? Because we always remember God when we are having moments of, like right now, you know, the number of believers have really increased.
Very true. People
We are
are
invoking
praying.
the name of God.
Yes.
Some don't even know whether they are praying, but they are saying, God will deliver us.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you start behaving as if now you belong to the world, how are you going to come back to the Spirit? And that's where Timothy was told, you started with the Spirit. Now you are, where are you? We need also to teach our children, because the issue here comes with parents. That there are some parents now who don't care. I mean, going to take a swimming class with your daughter who is starting her puberty, and your lady dressed howly, and your daughter is seeing that mom at her age can dress in a bikini. You're not even ashamed. Dad, even at his age, can wear shorts and walk naked in the house. What are you showing your children? And coming from now the context of an African, the traditionalist in me, I've never seen my mother or my uncles going to take a shower, because every time, and you know, we never had showers that zile tuko nazo saa hii za nyumba, nuko nje. When it's their shower time, they will ensure that they are showering when you're not around. What are they protecting? They are protecting us from seeing nudity, so that we do not also show nudity. Now, our children have access to our phones. Children see. Children will always remember. And children will not do what you tell them to do. They will do what you do.
Yeah.
So when they see, oh, so this is where dad watches. So this is where mom watches. So this is what mom does. And the discussion that we are even having when you go out, the ladies and the men, we are discussing, and we are discussing these issues with a lot of openness, and the children are just seated there.
Yeah.
Some children have learned addictions from their families.
Yeah.
That mom and dad, when we go out, mom can take some wine, dad can take some alcohol, whereas I take juice. What you're telling your child to do is delay until an age. And the children are looking forward to grow up,
Yes.
not to do other things, but to do
what they're saying you do.
So they are daddy.
Yeah. Wow.
And you take it home. So the first way to deal with addictions in the family is learning how to stop. Don't start. Kama hujaanza usianze. Kama umeanza, start learning how to go down. Reducing, pole pole. This phone of yours, has it ever, mumekaa nayo hapo, inajishika inajiweka kwa pornographic site? Hii TV yako, ushaiamka unakaa sitting room, inajiasha. Inakwambia at this particular time unakuanga unaniwatch.
No.
Because we have now become slaves of technology. And we talked about it last week.
Yeah, very true.
Let's not become slaves of technology. And I know people will say the reason why people go into pornographic addiction is because of issue number 2. We talked about avoidance of intimacy in families. That now we do not know the reason why we came together in the first place. We didn't come together with my wife ati tukue tukionana kwa nyumba. In any case, tungekuwa tukionana, sinachukua tu picha yake na iweka kwa frame na muona na mkumbuka. We are avoiding going to the main purpose of marriage. And even God told Adam and Eve, procreate. We are co-creators with God.
Yeah.
How are we procreating? We go back to the bedroom. Pasi, if you have your congregants, anybody with a TV in the bedroom is missing the point. Bedroom si ya kuamka ati umekosa usingizi unaanza kuasha CNN ama Al Jazeera. Hapana, ukikosa usingizi is the moment. That's a moment of praising God and worshiping together as a family. Because the moment you avoid intimacy, there becomes a ridge.
Yeah, you create a ridge between the two of you.
You create a ridge. And Satan has a way. He has a way of penetrating.
Yeah.
Na ataleta kamtu. Kamtu kanaeza anzia kwa hiyo nyumba. Wife akuletee sister yake mwenye alimaliza form 4. Na unajua akimaliza form 4, this is the time of exploration. Ama uajiriwe msichana wa kazi hapo.
Yeah.
And you remember that there are needs, and both men and women have needs. A married man who is used to it cannot survive more than 10 days without it. women, luckily, theirs is a cycle. So I tell women, you know your cycle. It's a 21, 28, 35. A third of that time of the cycle, you must need a man. But again, you hear women saying, I don't enjoy it because it's all about him. He doesn't prepare me. Men and women need to understand that we are wired differently. Men are visual beings. That's why they are attracted to makeup. That's why women wear makeup to attract men. Women are audio beings. That's why even men lie towards the woman so that they can hear.
Emotional
People. Now, sisi tumeumbwa, the way we are created, men are like a gas.
Moto mara moja.
Panda shuka. Women are like makaa. Papeta. Lazima iwake pole pole, pepeta. But when you do not take time, and let me tell couples, this is the time to invest. I keep telling my wife, because I told you, I'm married. 10 years now. Not a perfect marriage, but I am happy with what we have.
Yeah.
But we keep telling ourselves, it's not for the sake of our children. Because soon and very soon, these children are going to go out of this house. So if you are surviving in my house because of the sake of the children, what will happen when they go out? Are we going now to be strangers?
That happens a lot. You know, I've even had stories of couples who get divorced many years later after marriage.
Yes.
You know, and when you talk to them, you know, mostly the woman says, you know, I was just waiting for the kids to grow up. You know, I was in this relationship for the children. Now the children are grown up and they've moved on with their lives. They're having their own families. Why should I stay? And that is sad. I love what you're saying, because we have to take the time to invest in the relationship and to invest in one another.
Yes, and you have to teach people that when it is our time as a couple, our time, let nobody come in between. Our time. One of the rules that we have had to ensure in my house is that we have to teach our friends, because they are mostly the ones who call. We have to teach our friends that after 8 p.m., please don't call. But if it's a call, we know it's an emergency.
Yeah.
So when I see somebody calling me after 8, I know pretty well that this is an emergency. Why? This is the time first to be intimate with our children, to teach them love.
Yes.
My daughter has to see me pampering the mother and holding the mother close so that she can learn that one day she will get a man who can pamper her. And I have to teach my daughter love. My daughter, the first love she has in this planet is the father. And ladies who do not have time with their fathers learn how to be adrift. You and I are married. It is very fortunate for the person who is listening to us who is not married. When you are dating, be interested to know how your spouse talks of the parent of the opposite sex.
Very true.
Get to understand, how does that lady talk about the father? How does that man talk about the mother? Because they will treat you the same way they talk. A man who does not respect women or the mother will never respect the wife. A lady who has no respect to men and the father will never respect the hubby. But if they have grown in a society where they didn't learn love, then that's the time now to do premarital classes.
Yes.
Have we invested? Because nowadays people don't even take time to learn. Kazi ni tutakutana wapi, tutakula nini, last time tulikula hii, situkula hii. That's not the dating.
Yes.
When you are quoting, these are some of the things to discuss and get to understand how these people talk about. Because we are products and producers of our environment. We have where we are coming from, and we will create the same. That's why if you go to some houses today, kuna kiti ya daddy. Ukimuuliza hii kiti nani aliileta, it doesn't understand, but because the father had a seat.
Very true.
Without knowing that walikuwa watoto wengi, kwao walikuwa wengi, na daddy hangetaka akute hana space. So the mother had to make sure that the children respect, ati hata mkibishania hii kiti muache moja ya daddy. Kuna vikombe zilikuwa za wageni.
Hey, it's a whole unit. Hey, my friend.
Guy, you know nowadays I like visiting my mom and my grandma because they're still alive. And every time I go, mama ananiuliza utakunywa chai naongezanga na ile kikombe.
Ile wageni.
Ile si hata mimi ni mgeni. You know why our parents used to do that? Because ilikuwa nadra kupata hizi vikombe, but nowadays they are available. I mean, inavunjika moja unapata ingine.
Very true.
And they are cheaply available. So even if we are coming from somewhere, we also must learn that there are things we might bring into the marriage. And please stop listening to those ladies feminists out there who are telling you otherwise, ati mwanaume si wa kumzoesha kila siku, na yeye anakuambia hivyo ni kwa sababu hana mwanaume. Ati mwanamke ni wa pinduka. Hapana. Na kuvaa nguo zingine. Unaona movie, mwanaume anakaa movie anasema wow, anatamani make it in your house.
Wow.
Go out there and shop. And you know the people who are supposed to teach us about intimacy are our best couple. But how are we selecting our best couple? Mtu mulisoma na yeye jana.
Yeah. Even somebody who's still single.
Atakwambia nini?
Yeah. Because we don't understand their role and their purpose anymore. So it becomes more about the wedding. The wedding day.
Not
and
the
how we
marriage.
look, yes, and how we will look and how the pictures will look and all that. But not about the marriage and what these people can invest in our marriage as we go along.
And you know they have a role to play.
Yes.
That they have been there. There are things your mother may never teach you. There are things aunties used to teach us. But auntie yangu sahi anasle, atanifunza saa ngapi?
Where auntie wacha kusle?
My uncle has no relationship with me. In the traditional African setting, children would grow up knowing their uncles and their aunties because we were in a village, a community.
Yeah.
But now, where is the community? I don't even know my neighbor whom we live in the same apartment. We have lacked it because we are too busy.
Yes.
Select people who are going to teach you and not to pray for you.
Yes. Walk with you practically.
You know, Jesus could have prayed for the people who had made the temple, the market. But he chose otherwise. There is time for prayer and there is time for action. So I don't tell you that I am having dissatisfaction in my marriage and then you tell me let's pray. Pray. Okay, tutaomba and then
get to the details. Why is this happening?
Yes.
What's your role in this whole thing?
Yes.
What was the third one? You
Not
have to finish
communicating.
all this.
Not communicating.
That's a harsh
Assuming
one there.
that your partner is a mind reader and telling them atanijua atazoea.
If he loves me, he would know. If she loved me, she would know.
And there are some people here who, sorry to use this example, who are still single because they still think that atajua dalili. Unakatiwa haukatiki. Ukikatiwa katika.
That's a new one. I've never had that.
Ati 90-day rule. My friend. 90-day ilikuwa kwa sababu watu wana travel na basi ni moja kwa kijiji.
Which is this 90-day rule?
Au ijaisikia pasi?
Mini old fashioned. Sisi tulikuwa na 90-day rule kwa hiyo ni gani?
Ile ati lazima to wait for 90 days ndio nijue kama ako serious.
Oh.
Hapana.
Okay.
Seriousness is learned along the way. Unajua wanaume siku hizi wamekuwa kama ndege. If you miss one lazima ubook.
You are so hilarious, my friend. So how do we build better communication in our relationships?
We must know that it is I to communicate. Nifungue roho, nimfungulie roho, ndio na yeye afungue roho. Hii kufichiana kadi chini ya meza tuache. Yeah, that there are things that you may tell, you know, Pasi, and when I'm teaching even families about succession, I like telling hubbies because the problem is the men here.
Yes.
Your wife should be the next of kin in your list.
I mean, if it's not my wife, who else?
Because she's the one who will take better care of your children.
Yes.
Your mother might be a next of kin, but loves your brother more than you. Na atasema, I gave them the better opportunity, na lakini haka kangu ka last born, kalishidwa na maisha. Anamgawia pesa, wakule, na watoto wako, they are languishing in pain, in poverty. Let's learn to be open. Be an open book. We talked about phones last week.
Yeah.
Let your wife and your hubby know about your passcode.
Yes.
Not because they are going to come and check. In any case, what is this that you're hiding? Yeah. I like telling my wife, you know, the moment we will go out with you, and no man will hit on you, I will have a problem. Juu ameanza kuisha. But the moment tunaenda out, and then naenda tu nakutana kuna fisi mahali tried to hit on her, I'm very happy.
Aki, you're so different.
You know why, Pasi? It tells that her market value is still high. And she also know that
You're so different.
No, even for me, I tell her na kuna kampuni nafanyia kazi.
But you know that what that tells me? That tells me is that both of you are so secure in your relationship.
Yes.
You're so secure in one another. You're so open one with another.
Yes.
Because unless you get to a certain place where you have a certain kind of openness, such a thing would cause.
And that's the thing.
Commotion in the relationship.
That's the thing. If you start it on the right footing, it will end in the right footing. My wife met me when I was an actor. I know this, you don't know. I was an actor. My wife met me when I was an actor.
That explains a lot.
And she keeps telling people, I met him when he was a celeb. And I was not intimidated by his celebness.
Wow.
Why? Because she knows when I chose her, it is her. Ours is not a marriage of convenience. Ours is a marriage of choice. Can we make our marriages of choice? That si kukutana tulikutana kwa praise and worship choir, and wengine wote waka couple, we had no option than to couple.
Yeah.
So that is a marriage of let us make it a marriage of choice. So that you can earn happiness in it. Learn how to communicate and know that communication is about maturity. If you are not mature, even your marriage will not be mature. And who is supposed to be mature? It is not the other person, it is I. Make it an I. Don't say I am expecting him to be mature. Teach him how to be mature. Teach how to be mature. Tell her you don't have to hide. We also come from families where tulikuwa tunafichiwa mambo na our sisters. We don't know what's happening with our sisters, our brothers, and our mothers. Don't think that everybody is like that they hide. Not everybody hides.
Okay.
Some of us are very open. Be an open book, and people will be very happy. And you will even teach others how to be open. And you know, an open couple teaches their children how to even communicate with them. My daughter cannot come home with a pencil and start telling me nilipata, because in our house hakuna kupata, ni ulichukua ya nani turudishe.
Yes.
And once you start teaching them that, they are okay.
Wow.
Number 4. We talked about enmity in families. Treating your partner as if they are an enemy.
Surely.
You've heard that there are a rise in the number of investigators in town.
Oh, really?
Investigating I'm thinking. My wife, I am thinking, I'm suspecting. And then you hire an investigator to do what? And you know, in as much as we are saying, make your phone an open code, kuna vitu utasoma, some of your hubby's friends or wife's friends send some things, uzisome useme, so this is how they communicate. Don't treat your partner like an enemy. Remember why you came together in the first place.
I love that.
You came together because of love. Let love reign. When Jesus went to the disciples and they asked which is the greatest commandment, he said, love. And love will surpass everything. Is it the Apostle Paul who says love, faith, and hope? All this will come to pass, but love surpasses all.
The greatest
it is
of them
the greatest
is love.
of them all. When I start teaching, you know, Pasi, people don't understand that if you start seeing enmity when you're dating, and this person starts suspicion towards you when you're dating, this will continue in marriage. And the best way to do it, sometimes broken engagements are better than broken marriages.
I agree with you.
And,
I agree with you.
And don't worry about time. I've had a lady who sent a request and saying I'm 40. What is 40? There is a Filipino saying that life begins at 90. What is 40? Whom are you fighting towards? Who said there is an age of marriage? Of course, there is a psychological thing that gets into you, and we like teaching young people to understand that your love age is between 23 and 30. But you don't have to say, I'm 29, 30 is almost here, and I'm not yet married. Don't worry. Treat your partner like love, and they will reciprocate love. And most of the time, if I start suspecting my wife is cheating on me, most of the time, I am the guilty one.
Yes.
Most of the time, when a lady starts talking to the hubby as if he is cheating, most of the time, it is her. But
And vice
why?
versa.
But why do people suspect? When you do not communicate. I am getting late. My wife knows I meet people during the night.
Yeah.
There are times I would ask the person I'm meeting if it's a business meeting, it's for dinner. would you mind coming with your wife and I come with
my wife? Yes.
So that when we are discussing business, they also discuss friendship.
Yes.
But if they say no, I will tell her, I'm in this hotel at this particular time. I am the kind of man who tells my wife, if you have a date, I don't mind. I will drop you and I'll pick you. If you don't want me to drop you and pick you, kindly tell me where you are in case of an emergency. And remember...
When you say a date, what do you mean, for clarity's sake?
What is a date? A date is taken, today is 14th.
Yes.
Let's meet and eat. That's a date.
Okay.
You took that date.
Yeah, somebody can think otherwise.
You know, Pasi,
Yeah.
I cannot make my wife not meet other men. Unless I am jealous and I am not sure what position I hold in her life. That's the time I can only suspect her. Her being taken out for lunch by a guy who thinks, lugha yangu bado iko sawa Pasi, wacha mpeleke lunch, in any case wacha akule, atoke na tumbo.
You are so different.
Number 5.
Yes, we
talked about financial infidelity. That people don't want to declare money.
Yeah.
And this rule, I don't know who said that changu ni changu, chake ni chake.
Yeah.
Changu ni chetu, chake ni chake.
Yeah.
The monies, like you see, in my house, my wife has a stable income than I. Mimi ni hustler, entrepreneur. Like right now, we are the most affected by this. Because clients are not coming for therapy, companies are not doing trainings and all. Zile we are relying on the savings and zile zingine tulikuwa nazo in the pipeline kulipwa invoices. My wife is the one who actually supports that family more. Because she has a stable income. If I am intimidated by her money, it means I have a lot of growing up to do. Please bring all the monies together so that you can plan. I know of families where the lady earns more and has ensured that they have a house that they don't pay rent because she's the one who secured that loan. Don't be intimidated by money. Do what you can to support your family. The issue of infidelity in money is only sorted by one thing, discipline. That what you say you will do, you do it. We talked about don't be a spender just anyhowly. Ati uende huko ukutane na mtu akupatie 100. In my house, we have to separate and say, this is the money for our basic needs, this is our savings, and also, kila mtu apewe yake. Unaweza kuwa na mahitaji kibinafsi. See, I can go out there and have some coffee with a friend or two. Si mimi mtu bili kileto anaenda washroom, alafu nashinda nikichungulia, imelipwa nitoke. No! There is also a sense of individuation when it comes to spending money in family. That don't spend the entire together. Leave some and don't question everything. Did you know that it's okay for a man to spend in the in-laws than in his house when you discuss too much of spending in the house? Ni rahisi ukipatiana pesa kwa mama mkwe, your mother-in-law, because your wife is the manager, than convincing her, let's spend some money with mom. Why? Because you do not communicate about the needs. Tell her, in every month, I need 5K, 10K to sort my own issues. And some of these are unexplainable, but don't come with a receipt written a lodge somewhere.
Yeah, my friend. Hey.
Number 6, overcrowding the marriage. We talked about don't introduce parties that are partisan. If I go and start discussing my challenge with my mother, that my wife ananifanya A, B, C, D every day, my mother will start hating my wife. A day will come when my wife and I will sort out that issue. But my mother and her have no time. Don't overcrowd with unnecessary people. Bring the most relevant people to that marriage. And at the center of it all is God. What starts with God ends with godness. Or if you start it on the wrong footing and you start introducing the wrong people, they will come and give you, and people, let me tell you, people can give you instructions.
Everybody's a professional nowadays.
Can you remember the first time you got a firstborn? And everybody would come and visit. Hey, mtoto afanyangu hivi. Hey.
I'm telling you, I remember. I remember.
Don't bring people who have failed to work in theirs and they think they can work in yours.
Now they've become consultants.
And don't borrow a script 100%. If it works in that house, it's because it has taken time. Borrow this that is good, Borrow this that is okay, and then make your own manuscript.
Yes. Find your own rhythm.
Find your own. Don't build a house the way another person has built. Even if you're the best of friends, don't go and say, oh, my friend unajua balcony iko hapa. No, balcony iko hapa kwa sababu upepo inatoka the other side. Na kwetu upepo inatoka hapo, unataka tuweke.
Yes.
Don't overcrowd.
Wow.
And finally.
Yes, you have 1 minute.
Finally.
Yeah.
Marriage, it takes maturity.
I like that.
For marriage to work.
Yeah.
If you are not yet mature, please don't get into marriage.
That's
because
why it says,
marriage is not a trial and error.
That's why it says, for this reason shall a man,
yes,
not a boy.
Yes, a man shall live.
Yes.
Yes. If you're not yet ready, please sort out your mess from where you're coming from before you go and hurt another person.
Wow.
And if you have been in relationships that never worked, deal with your ex before you get your next, because hurt people. Unless you deal with the hurt where you're coming from.
Yeah.
If you're coming from a dysfunctional family, take time, deal with your issues before going to mess another person who have taken their time to deal with the issue.
Yes.
And don't think that everybody in church is a saint. The late Cardinal Otunga once said,
yes,
that a church is a gathering of sinners, not a congregation of saints. So when you are there, don't think because they are there, they are right. Take time to even learn beyond the church. What is it? Is there a facade of spirituality, fanatism of spirituality? Go over and above, so that you don't tell them na venye ulikuwa unajifanya mtu wa kanisa.
Yeah.
We go to church because we are sinners. Otherwise, those who do not go to church are not sinners.
Wow. Ken, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you
Asante
for
sana.
coming through.
I've been asked to give my Twitter handle. It's at Ken P. Ken, at Ken P. Ken. You can look for my Facebook page, Ken P. Munywa -doc, and like the page, and let's communicate.
Awesome.
I'll be there for you.
Wow. Keep listening to Family Radio 316 station, where the music does the talking. I hope that conversation has been beneficial to you. Nissan Neasubui.
For this and more of our shows, log on to www.familymediaonline.com to enjoy a wide variety of programs, from current affairs to testimonials and features, pastoral and inspirational shows, kids entertainment, and so much more. Also stream live on www.familymedia.tv.